Hello! I hope you've had a great week of reading. This week I finished 3 books. The first book I read was Yellow Face by R.F. Kuang. I really enjoyed this book. Now, did I feel like pulling my hair out while reading it? Yeah. Did I want to dropkick the main character? Just a little bit. She definitely needed a reality check. She wasn't getting it. She just wasn't. But I do like the question that this novel raised, and I do think it was an interesting read. So, if you like to read books that make you question your political stances and question what you read on social media, then you should give Yellow Face a read. I gave it 4 out of 5 stars. I did think it was a little heavy-handed. But ultimately, I did enjoy reading it and coming to my own conclusions about how I felt about the theme she was talking about. The second book I read this week was The Women by Kristen Hanna, and wow. 6 stars, for certain. I knew a little bit about the Vietnam War. I studied it in U.S. history in high school and studied it again in U.S. history in college, but it's not a war that I knew a ton about. And I also didn't realize how long we were at war for. It was incredible to read this story and have a first-hand account of something that happened during this time period. Now, yes, all the characters in this book are fictional, but I do feel like they come from a real place. Kristen Hanna does a great job at researching her characters and researching the time period. This book is triggering. Has a lot of triggers in it for certain, so make sure you check those before you read it. But it will definitely tear at your heartstrings and make you appreciate the people that fought so hard in the Vietnam War and got so little love and appreciation for it. It will also help you understand the dimensions of the Vietnam War. I've seen a lot from the other side, the side of the war where people were burning bras and burning draft cards and running away, but I've never seen it from the opposite side. So I thoroughly enjoyed this book, and I hope you do too. The third book I read this week was City of Brass. And again, so good. I loved the magic system in this book. It is just so good. I haven't read that much about Middle Eastern mythology and Middle Eastern stories, and I was able to learn so much about the culture, and I loved the characters, and I loved the world that she created in this book. So if you're looking for a great trilogy, I've only read the first book, but I can only imagine that they're going to get better from here. So those are the 3 books I read this week. This next week, I'm going to be reading How the Penguin Saved Veronica. I have my book club next Monday, and I have to get that book done before that. I'm looking forward to this one, and I'm also reading Mad Honey by Jodi Picoult. So it's going to be a great week. I hope you have a great week, and happy reading.